It's time for round 2 of Coffee Talk, sponsored by Lion's Choice. Now, none of us have November birthdays, which is too bad because apparently babies born in November are really special. So we are not. This is from an article we found on the website, right. Not special, right here. Mother.ly, a study of athletic ability in school kids found that kids born in November are among the most athletically inclined. Performing 10 to 15% better than their peers. Research has also shown that November babies are not as likely to be night owls as their counterparts born in the spring. And a study from the University of Vienna says that babies born from November to January are more likely to be left-handed. Here's one more. A study out of the UK seems to indicate that November babies have a lower risk of developing immune diseases like multiple sclerosis. Researchers say they think that has to do with the vitamin D levels in pregnancy because kiddos born in November, maybe their moms got some sunlight during the summer when they were pregnant. So there you go.
Interesting.